Hi! So for this assignment, I used the USC database to find two newspaper articles that connect to our class readings from the American Yap, the first reading and the second reading, first one being Indigenous America, and the second being Native American creation stories. And the first article I selected was about mound builders and ancient Indian mounds found throughout North America. This article relates directly to the reading Indigenous America, because in the reading it talks about that Native societies were highly developed long before European contact, and many indigenous groups built large settlements, maintained trade networks, and mound built by Native people. The article discussed the massive earthworks and mounds built by Native American people, especially those associated with Mississippian cultures such as the Cahokia. That one kind of messed with me a little bit. And in this article, it illustrates one of the main themes of the reading, which is Native Americans created advanced civilizations before Europeans arrived in the Americas. So the size and complexity of the mounds showed that these societies had organized labor systems, leaderships, structures, and religious practices. The article also demonstrates how many 19th century Americans underestimated Native American achievements and sometimes refused to believe that Native American people built the mounds themselves. What surprised me the most was learning that people once believed that a lot of civilizations built the mounds instead of the Native Americans. This reflects how indigenous accomplishments were often ignored or misunderstood in American history. And the second article I found focused on Native American agriculture, specifically the cultivation of corn and the farming techniques used by indigenous people. This article connects directly to both the Indigenous American reading and the Native American creation stories reading. In Indigenous America, we learned that Native people transformed their environments through agriculture and developed sustainable farming systems. One example discussed in class was the Three Sisters method of planting corn, beans, and squash together, and which is really interesting and also really connects with me because my grandmother, she was Native American and she used to use these techniques herself. So it's really nice to connect with these techniques that I don't really get taught about anymore because my link to Native American culture is gone now. But these newspaper articles explain how Native farming techniques produced reliable food supplies and supported large populations throughout the Americas. The article also connects to Native creation stories because many indigenous cultures viewed the natural world as a sacred and believed humans had the important relationship with plants, animals, and the environment. The agricultural practices described in the article reflected that connection to nature and show how farming was both an economic and cultural activity. What surprised me the most was how advanced Native agricultural methods were. Many of the techniques used by indigenous people were environmentally sustainable and are still studied today. Before reading this article, I did not realize how much Native agriculture influenced the food and farming practices used throughout today, but overall, both newspaper articles reinforced the main ideas from our readings, and the article on mound builders demonstrated the complexity of Native American civilization, while the article on Native agriculture showed the innovation and environmental knowledge of indigenous people. Together, these articles challenged stereotypical stereotypes about Native Americans and highlight the diversity, sophistication, and lasting influence on indigenous people before European contact. Thank you. And also to state my articles, My articles are Mound Builders for Article 1, and my Article 2 is Native Agriculture and the Three Sisters. And my 2 articles or 2 readings was the American Yap Reader, Native American Creation Stories, and also the Indigenous American Reader. Thank you so much.